Video footage from eastern Aleppo shows ambulances and buses arriving in a neighborhood captured by the government, where hundreds of people waited to be transported to another rebel-held area. More than 30,000 people are expected to leave in the coming days. The United Nations Humanitarian Advisor for Syria, Jan Egeland, said the sick, the wounded and children were the first to be evacuated. He bemoaned a lack of international effort to prevent the killing and destruction in Aleppo and other besieged parts of Syria.
700,000 people in 15 besieged areas beyond East Aleppo, and they are a symbol of this lack of presence, lack of protection. All of the parties on the ground are guilty of blocking access for international humanitarian workers.
The United States and others have condemned Russia for aiding the massacre of civilians by the Syrian army. Moscow got involved in the Syrian conflict under the pretext that it would fight Islamic State, but has in fact provided military support to Damascus.
We are fighting ISIL as we said we would and we're going to do and we need to do, and they are participating in the Syrian civil war in a brutal and unhelpful way, rather than doing what they were supposed to do.
Syrian President Bashar al-Assad hailed the capture of eastern Aleppo, calling it history in the making. An estimated 1,000 people were killed during the siege of rebel-held Aleppo, including women and children.
The Syrian army liquidated over 900 terrorists, destroyed dozens of military equipment units.
U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry asked for safe passage for fighters as well as civilians who wish to leave Aleppo and full access by aid workers to people in other besieged Syrian areas.
And with these steps, we are convinced that the killing and the suffering in Syria could stop. And it could stop very, very quickly if Russia and the regime made the decision to do so.
U.S. officials say the government recapture of Aleppo does not signify the end of Syria's civil war, but only makes it harder to organize new peace talks for that country. Zlatica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.